Hi, I'm Road Trip Pete, and welcome to my September Bourbon Haul. Man, time has been flying by super quickly. Had a great haul in August, and September, not such a great time at work. Not a fun time, but we're here to talk bourbon and whiskey and tell you a few stories along the way. So let's get to it on my bourbon haul. First one that we picked up is a copper and cask. This is a straight single barrel. It's not a store pick though, but it's a straight bourbon. Oh, it actually is a store pick. It's a Benny's Beverage Depot. That's what I figured. So it's a 7-year, coming in at 113.4 proof. So that's a store pick coming in with a little bit of heat. Another one I want to share from you from the same guys. And this is a weeder. This is a 6-year coming in actually at the same, nope. This one is at 111.2 proof, 6-year-old, and this is a weeded bourbon. And this is from Copper and Cask. So, make good juice, or actually I believe it probably is MGP. Yep, Lawrenceburg, Indiana, so MGP. So I had the pleasure of meeting a gentleman from a local distillery called Windows. His name is Trey, so shout out to Trey. These guys are out of Sycamore, Illinois. This is distilled in Indiana, so I'm figuring MGP again. So this is a Windows Batch 1 straight bourbon whiskey finished in sherry, port, and maple syrup barrels. So he kind of told me that they acquire barrels from wherever, Texas, Indiana, Kentucky. So they try to pick out the best juice and they finish it locally in Sycamore, Illinois, Northern Illinois. It's not too far from Northern Illinois University. So shout out to Trey, real nice guy. Probably give this one a whirl, maybe do a review on it, and appreciate the hat, my friend. So shout out to Trey at Windows Distillery. Something unique that I came across, it's a Dragon's Milk Origin, bottled in bond. So they are out of Holland, Michigan. I think they're more famous for, their beer. So this is a Dragon's Milk Origin, bottled in bond. I've seen Dragon's Milk, but not the bottled in bond, so I kind of found this one unique. I've seen their small batches, so this is the bottled in bond Dragon's Milk Origin. Something that I don't see in Illinois, I was told that this is a Kentucky only release, and it's called Kentucky Senator Bourbon, 107 proof, 7.5 years. John Edwards, this is release number 6. Got this at Liquor Barn. He actually told me, it was Mike, that it is a Kentucky only release, but I guess the distributor wound up getting one, or a couple of them, so I wound up with it. So Kentucky Senator Bourbon. I've seen these online. I never pounced on one. I'm going to be going down to Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia. Going to go to Jack Daniel's later in October. Going to go to 13th Colony, and I'll do a couple of tours up in Frankfurt, most likely Buffalo Trace, which I've been to. It's really nice. Thinking about going to Wild Turkey as well, Four Roses. So we'll try to figure it out as I get closer to that time. So this is a Kentucky Owl End of Bin St. Patrick's edition. I've seen these. These were pricey. They had to be pricey when they came out, and they were pricey for a while. This was an end of the bin. I didn't pay over $100 for this. I think maybe $79. So Kentucky Owl, they're owned by Stoli USA. I don't know what's going on with them as far as they were filing for BK or or whatever the case was. But hopefully they survive and we don't lose a brand such as Kentucky Owl. And this is, I think, from 2022. It's a 22 release, I believe. So I just figured I'd pick it up. Nice conversation piece. I got a backup of the Old Fitz 7-year. You can see the box, the Old Fitz. Didn't get a case of it, but I got a backup. This one comes with its own little pouch. Good juice, bottled in bond. So that's the Old Fitz. And Brown Forman had a lottery for their Old Forester birthday bourbon earlier in the month of September. So of course I entered the lottery, and great, because I'm gonna be in, you have to pick up the bottle, they don't ship it, you have to pick it up at the distillery. So I'm like, great, I'm gonna be in Kentucky anyways in October. So all the stars are aligning. Unfortunately I didn't win, so looking out for a birthday bourbon. So if any of you guys got one, I'm so happy for you guys, because that's a toughie to get. And we'll see, maybe I'll wind up with one. Hunting or relationship, we shall see. Found this one in the wild. It's a Weller 12-year, so Buffalo Trace has been dropping Wellers. The 107s were floating around. Most of the Taylors, the small batches, Buffalo Trace, the regular Buffalo Trace bourbons, Weller Special Reserve, I've been seeing a lot of, and that's good juice. So this is the 12-year-old. Haven't come across, I already have an antique 107. We'll have to get a backup though. So this is the 12-year. And this is a Benny's store pick single barrel. This is a New Riff, and I love this stuff coming out of New Riff. They're just phenomenal. This is 113.8 proof, and distilled April 2020, and just New Riff. It's aged at least 4 years. So New Riff store pick, good juice, and it's a barrel pick, which even makes it better. Hancock's Reserve. Picked this up earlier in the month. Kind of don't see these very often. They have been popping up lately, but whenever I see these, I'll grab one. So I got one from last year, and this one is from this year. A little low on the proof, 88.9 proof, which is interesting. So that's the Hancock single barrel Hancock Reserve. So Penelope really has been stepping up their game in here. Let's see here. Well, got the Penelope Creme Brulee. These have been popping up. I've got a Penelope Toasted Marshmallow. So this is 110 proof. The Penelope, which the Architect I love, again 110 proof. So these have been popping up, as well as the FU Cancer, which is coming in at 94 proof. Got a couple of these. My dad passed away of colon cancer, so FU Cancer, that's all I can tell you. So this is kind of a special bottle for me. And keeping with the Penelope theme, so Penelope has what they call the Estate Collection. So it's the Penelope Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in French oak staves. It's an 11-year, comes with a purple top, kind of like Willet. Beautiful bottle, their presentation, so I think they're trying to do their hot, or make it more high-end. So this is the Omega 109 proof, and just beautiful. That juice in there looks delicious. So let's put that here. And I'm not going in any necessary order. I'm just launching bottles at you guys. I'm gonna try to keep this as short as humanly possible. I know some of my videos do go long, but I'm trying to speed things up. Calumet Farm Bottled in Bond, 100 proof. First time I came across a bottled in bond, Calumet Farm. And I found this at a good price. I had it was on sale, and I also had a coupon for like 15 bucks off. It's Calumet 16. I've been eyeing this bottle, and I decided to pull the trigger. It was priced at the same price as a 15-year, so got a good deal on it. It was on sale, coupon, so winner, winner, chicken dinner. So that's the Calumet 16, coming in at 106 proof. Got a Baker's 13 that came out. Found this obviously in the wild. They were just out there. I think that they're still out there, but they're drying up. So if you can pick one up, good juice. Jim Beam, if you like the Jim Beam flavor profile, kind of that nuttiness. 13-year, and this is 107 proof. So it's good stuff. Good stuff. Kind of an interesting bottle. This is a Liquor Barn store pick. And it's also signed by the master distiller, Drew Elliott. Hopefully it's a little bit smudged. Back in 2023. So they had a bottle, I guess, in their warehouse, and it was offered to me by Mike at Liquor Barn. So this is the OESO recipe, and I said, yeah, I'll take it. Great single barrel. He said that rave reviews when they were doing a tasting, and plus it's signed by the master distiller, so kind of neat. So I figured I'd grab that. So stay tuned. I'm gonna clear out some of these bottles, and I'm gonna bring out some more bottles, and we'll close out the video. So stay tuned, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay, back for the second half here, and let's pick out a bottle. I've been sipping on this one. This is the John Bowman single barrel, and this is terrific, phenomenal drink, phenomenal pour. This is so good. Call it a Virginia straight bourbon whiskey. They are owned by Sazerac, obviously the same folks that own Buffalo Trace. I'm not exactly sure if they distill in Kentucky and bring the barrels over to age in Virginia. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but 100 proof, and this is a terrific pour. So if you ever find these single barrels, just grab one, because that is just amazing. So picked up a MB Roland. This is a store pick from Piggly Wiggly. So shop the pig. The local liquor store, they call it Steinbrink's. I am kind of like on their Facebook page, and sometimes they'll drop allocated releases or store picks, and you have whoever responds, like and what location you'd pick it up at, and they're live until supplies last. So this is the MB Roland store pick from Piggly Wiggly. And speaking of Piggly Wiggly, one more. I got the Heritage barrel from them. Once again, they posted it on Facebook. They had a handful of these. First one that responds. So I was actually the first one that responded. I just was at the doctor's office thumbing through emails and whatever, and saw this on Facebook, posted 1 minute, and I'm like, absolutely. So I'm so happy I got the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Heritage. I was really looking for this, and I was thinking I'm not going to find it, but eventually I did. So Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig. Found this bad boy in the wild. It's a Stagg 126.5, and this is the 25A, so this is the first release of this year. coming out in September. So I'm not sure how many, probably come out with at least one more, I'm guessing. I think last year they had 4 or 5. So this year, maybe because of the flooding or whatever, had an effect on it. So this one I got in September and haven't seen it since. So that's the 25A Stagg, kind of a neat find. As well as this is a very old St. Nick 10-year, straight out of Bardstown. So kind of funny. So you got St. Nick there. Looks like he's smoking a pipe, probably drinking some bourbon as well. So old St. Nick, straight out of Bardstown. I heard this is phenomenal, coming in at 130.4 proof. So this is the old St. Nick, kind of a neat find. Found it in the wild. Sort of expensive, not inexpensive is what I'm trying to say. Found this kind of neat. 13th anniversary of the Journeyman Distillery. They are out of Michigan, and this is the Nevermore or Evermore 13th anniversary whiskey for the Crow, Edgar Allan Poe poem, and it comes with the decanter that's actually a crow. There we go. So kind of neat. So, and it's a mixture, I read online, it's a mixture of a bunch of their juices, and so kind of found it neat. So that's the Journeyman. Let's go with this one. This is a boxed one as well. Starlight Distillery. This is their 10-year aged. So it looks like it's their 10-year anniversary I'm taking. So Starlight. I've heard reviews of this. Absolutely excellent. So that's the Starlight. Got to be careful because if you open it and this bottle may come flying out is what I was warned. So Starlight Distillery, very cool. So great juice is what I'm hearing. Could it make the top 10 of best bourbons of the year? Quite possible. I mean, there's talk about that. 2 bottles, not in any particular order. This is the Wolves and Willet. It's a blend of straight rye whiskeys, 10-year, 103 proof. So it's a collaboration of Wolves, which my understanding is that they are a craft distiller, luxury distiller in California. And we all know about Willet in Bardstown. So I believe the Willet portion is 10-year distilled in Kentucky rye whiskey, and the Wolves portion is a 7-year, I'm guessing MGP, and then they take it and age it for another additional 3 years in California, kind of to soften up that rye spice. And they mix the barrels, and we came out with this. Now this is the Wolves and Willet collaboration. Got this online. I figured I wouldn't see it in the wild. So haven't tried it, obviously. Once again, I got so many different bottles to get to, but anything with Willet high end is actually exceptional. So that's the reason I got that. Let's put that there. And one last bottle. This is the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. This is the 2025, and I was hoping to find this soon, and I did. I found it obviously in September. I was pretty fortunate. Guys at Liquor Barn hooked me up with that. So once again, a great relationship with the guys there. And yeah, so almost missed out on the 2024. Got that earlier in the year, or a couple of months back. And I'm like, oh geez, I better try to find the 2025 soon, otherwise I won't find it. So that was a haul. A lot of great bourbons. This video is going to be coming out real early in the month of October. My last video, I released it in the middle of the month, which kind of sucks, but that's just how life and everything go. And so I really appreciate it. Give me a like, subscribe, leave some comments. Tell me what you guys found on your hunts. Trying to grow the channel, trying to grow the community. So really appreciate you guys. And we'll see you on the next bourbon video, bourbon hunt, and Road Trip Pete, over and out.